Well, either Mac has really sweated his rear end off, or he just got the Gatorade bath. I think it's the latter.
A bit of both.
A little bit of both. Just absolutely great effort on the day. 3 victories. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't all that happy with that last game, but we did a lot of work early in the first 2 games, and we were a little bit off in that last game. We had 6 first-year players playing in this tournament.
Yeah.
We put them all on in the last game. Hong Kong had nothing to lose. They had a crack, and we had guys cramping up. So, not ideal. I wasn't all that happy with the way we finished, especially after our second game against San Francisco. That first half was terrific, about as good as we've played in a long time. So, I would have liked to have finished on that.
Yeah.
But we had to play it out. So, got the wins. We're okay with that.
It's all that matters. Let's talk about the young players. You have those veterans like Lockie, like Scotty Leal, all these guys, these Aussies that have this tremendous effort. But you talk about, I know Scott Phillips, and I know he wasn't here today, but talk about those first-year, to have a good team like you do and to make the grand final, you need to have that balance of Aussie veterans and U.S. up-and-comers. Talk about their contributions to this team.
They've been huge. Dave Lazeski is playing in the midfield for us, a second-year player. Last year was his first year. He was terrific today.
Yeah.
Scott Phillips, as you mentioned, unfortunately, he was a literally last-minute withdrawal. We've got, like I said, 5 first-year players again this year. Young Kenny Reyes was also very good. He's a second-year player.
Yeah.
These guys are terrific. And at the moment, I mean, today we had total. We brought 30 guys. 12 were Aussies, the rest were Americans. So our American balance, we've got good numbers. We've got to bring them up to speed pretty quickly. But yeah, you can't win nationals without good quality Americans. So we've got some good kids. We fast track and get their skills up as quick as we can, and we throw them in. And they've been handling themselves really, really well.
Your toughest test of the day, I think, came against the Los Angeles Dragons. It's a team obviously really well.
Yeah.
Talk about them, because I know that they really pushed you, and I know they pushed you last week in a 1-point victory. But what does it mean to have such a good team like right next door to you at this point?
Well, it says a lot for the scaffold and footy in Southern California. I mean, it was only a couple of years ago that we were merged.
Yeah.
We were all together. They split, which was good for the game. Now they've become pretty fierce rivals, and they really set themselves against us. Last week was a tough game. I've got to say, score might have probably not been a good reflection on the game. I felt that we should have won by more. We weren't that happy with the way we went last week, but we ground out the win. That's important. They were very good today. It was a big test. They really pushed us. And, it's great to have such a good side. I think they'll do well in Division 1. To have a Division 1 side right up the road can really test us and push us. We're going to be seeing them a couple more times before Nationals, so I reckon they'll give us a good run. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Now, you guys are the #1 team in the country, according to our poll.
We don't take much notice.
I know you don't, but I mean, you're definitely. I mean, at the very least, you're in the top 2, considering last year's finals.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to stay there? Do you think?
We've got to keep winning. I think we've got a lot of the same team back this year, which is good. And some new blood come in as well, and some of our second-tier players have taken a bit of a step up this year, so that's what's got to happen. Obviously, we didn't get there last year. So retention of all our good players, which we've managed to do, and then our sort of mid-tier players have got to step up a level, which they are doing. There's a couple of guys that have really taken that next step. This Dave I mentioned, Dave Lazeski.
Right.
He played in the midfield all day today. Learned a lot from our good Aussie players. So, we obviously need to improve. We weren't good enough last year. So we don't feel like we're anywhere near it yet. We're on the right track. This is only our second 18-side game for the year so far. We've got a long way to go and a lot of improvement in us, I think. That's the upside.
Right.
I do see a lot of room for improvement. So
Gotcha.
if we can do that, everything's got to go right. But, we're definitely setting ourselves, and we want to go one better.
Gotcha. Mac, a great effort today from you and the boys. Good luck the rest of the season, the rest of the way.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.